So, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final semi-final game of the DC area. This is what I'm just going to call it for now because it's easier. StarCraft 2 League. I am Filthy Rake, as always, and I am joined for this game by the one and only Draven.
Hello everyone, what's going on, guys?
Man, this should be an amazing match. We're going to be doing SamuraiPanda and Decy coming up now to get their shot. Whoever wins this is going to go on and play Freedom, which will be cast by myself, and Fear Dragon, which will also be amazing. I get to work with so many cool co-casters today. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm interested to see between Panda and Decy, Decay. Are we calling him Decay because I call him Decay now?
I think we'll stick with Decy so that he doesn't threaten to hurt me.
All right. Yeah, I'm interested to see. I'm kind of hoping I'll see like a rematch between Panda and Freedom. But Decy did an amazing match the other day that we got to watch. So I'm interested to see. PvP is going to be a very It's a very unusual matchup. I think it's completely different in my opinion against when you come with like a ZVZ. I think PvP is just very more technical. I think, and so I'm kind of excited to see how each player is going to pan out.
Awesome. Yeah, this should be good. I'm very much looking forward to this. Now, sorry, hang on a sec. I'm gonna turn you up a little bit. Bam. All right. So yeah, this should be pretty good. We are going to be. This is a best of 3, unlike most of the games. Which will be great. Most of our games this season have been best of 1s, so this best of 3 will finally give our players a bit of an opportunity to really show their stuff. So before we get started, of course, let's go ahead and do our quick introductions to our players. We are going to start out here, of course, with Decy. So Decy, Protoss player. Our number 4 seed going into playoffs here. He's had a pretty good run, taking out the number 2 seed, in fact, in the last game, who was Lamp, who everybody really thought was pretty favored just because he hadn't actually taken a real loss all season. He was only in the loser's bracket due to a forfeit. So it's a really great showing from Decy, taking his game seriously and showing what he's made of. His opponent, however, will not be easy. He is up against SamuraiPanda, the number 3 seed. He has been all season long considered pretty heavily favored as the guy to have a shot of taking down Freedom. He has, in fact, taken the only map off of Freedom all season back in the regular season before playoffs began. Really strong player all around, former Master player, high Diamond at the moment, whereas Decy is currently in Platinum. So, on paper, SamuraiPanda is the guy to beat, but it's as you've said, it's Protoss versus Protoss, so anything is possible. I'm just going to make sure our players are ready to go, and then we can get this first game kicked off. Players are ready. Are you ready, Draven?
Yes, sir, I am. Let's get this rolling.
Awesome. Let us begin. So I cannot wait for this game. Should be really cool. And here we go.
Oh, awesome. I enjoy this map very well, so I'm very glad this is the first map.
Yep, so the map pool, by the way, is we're going to do Overgrowth for Game 1, Frost for Game 2, and then if we make it to Game 3, it will be on Merry-Go-Round. So it should be a pretty interesting mix.
Yeah, that's especially when it says the PvP. All the maps are just going to benefit and also cause a hindrance to both races because it's Protoss. So it's going to be very even with these, especially these maps that we have.
Spawning here in the top right position, we do of course have the slight underdog, but a man who has been showing fantastic play throughout the season. It is Decy. And his opponent in the bottom left corner as the red Protoss, the favorite, and as you saw in his picture hanging out with good old Marine King Prime there, it is SamuraiPanda. Now, do you think that having a picture with Marine King Prime gives him special powers?
I think so. It's just meeting any of those players or watching them play live, you see kind of how they play. It's a little different than like kind of watching a replay. You can actually see their behaviors before and after the matches. So I think hanging out with any pro player gives you some kind of advantage, especially having a picture of them as your default. It's just you're like borderline famous at that point.
It's a little bit of the whole, the old stealing the soul concept. I take a picture of you and I get some of your StarCraft power.
Pretty much. That's why I always feel like when you ever watch a Korean cast league, they all the people, the fans, don't want the pictures taken.
Of course, all of the folks in chat so far, we have a lot of support for Decy, so he's got to be feeling good about that. Interestingly enough, we have a bit of an earlier gateway from SamuraiPanda. I think that was probably a 12 gate. Maybe even an 11. Whereas Decy is going for the more standard 13 gate with double gas. So the big advantage, of course, for this early gate for SamuraiPanda, while it will put him a bit behind in workers, is it will also get him a much earlier cybernetics core, and with it a much earlier warp gate. So if he wants to do a 4 gate or some sort of cheese play, this will empower him to do so.
Yep. Also, interesting note to point out that we've seen from Decy before, he likes to hide this pylon right here at the bottom of his main base. He did it when he was playing against Zerg, obviously to stop any kind of scouting would be done. But Panda does not see that hidden pylon, so he Decy could easily start building buildings there. Of course, hidden, and Panda wouldn't have any idea.
Yep, that is a fantastic place to hide tech. Now, of course, SamuraiPanda does have this sneaky probe here up in the top left corner. Possibly to hide tech of his own, but I think more likely just, camping out there. He might throw a pylon down there, or he might just really be staging for, to keep that probe safe and on the map so that later on he can move out. Zealot Stalker out for SamuraiPanda. Pretty standard. We do see the Sentry coming out from Decy. This is incredibly safe play. I mean, really, you see that when you want to tech up and, not have to worry about a 4 gate busting down your front door.
And Decy kind of patrolling back and forth, seeing if there's any pylons. He's going to completely miss that Panda actually hit a pylon almost at his natural. So he doesn't even see that pylon being built.
A Zealot got in the base and gave enough high ground vision to allow SamuraiPanda to snipe the Sentry.
Oh, dang.
He's in the base.
Oh, he's in the base building 2 pylons. He's got a 3rd pylon right there at the natural, so he's going to be able to warp in more units here in a second. Now, this is not looking good for Decy. I don't think he realizes that pylon being so close.
Oh no, and he's just in now. I mean, there's no warp gate done here. SamuraiPanda's warping in. I mean, there is the Mothership Core, but there's no energy for a photon overcharge. And if he depowers this warp gate before warp gate finishes, which he does, this is devastating.
With 6 seconds left.
And he gets the backup pylon too. I mean, this game's just over. He gets a good surround, obviously, on that one Stalker, but I mean, yeah.
GG.
Quick game 1, GG for SamuraiPanda. So we will, of course, be moving into game 2, which will be, as I mentioned, on Frost.